Welcome to Stoic Blessing, where wisdom meets power and clarity replaces chaos. Today, we're diving into one of the most mysterious and misunderstood aspects of human connection: the subtle signals a woman sends when she's ready to take things to the next level. But let me ask you this: how many opportunities have slipped past you because you didn't see them? How many times have you walked away from a moment, replaying it in your mind, wondering what could have been? It's not your fault. Most men are blind to these signals. They don't understand the language of subtlety, the art of reading between the lines. But here's the truth: these signals are there, if you have the eyes to see them. This isn't just about attraction, it's about understanding human nature at its core. Most people move through life unaware of the subconscious cues they're constantly giving and receiving. A glance, a touch, a shift in energy. These tiny actions speak volumes. And when you can decode them, you unlock a whole new level of connection. But, and this is critical, it starts with you. Because the moment you're ruled by your desires, by your impulses, you lose clarity. And clarity is power. As Marcus Aurelius once said, the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. Think about that. If your thoughts are chaotic, desperate, or scattered, your actions will reflect that. But if your thoughts are calm, disciplined, and intentional, you radiate confidence. And confidence, my friend, is irresistible. The man who commands his mind commands his interactions. That's the foundation of Stoicism, and that's what separates you from the average man. Now let's layer this with dark psychology. Attraction isn't just about what's said, it's about what's felt. It's primal, it's subconscious. Her body language, her tone, even the pauses in her speech, they're all communicating something deeper than words ever could. The signals I'm about to share with you aren't obvious. They're not the cliches you've heard before. They're rooted in science, psychology, and the unspoken dynamics of attraction. But here's the challenge: knowing these signals comes with responsibility. Power without control is chaos. And if you're here to manipulate or deceive, let me stop you right now. That's not what we do at Stoic Blessing. We're here to build strength, to foster respect, and to cultivate clarity, to understand without controlling, to lead without forcing. So, are you ready to elevate yourself, to become the kind of man who sees what others miss and moves through life with intention? If you are, I want you to make a commitment right now. Hit that like button and comment below, "I own my mind." Not just because it helps the channel grow, but because it's a declaration, a statement that you are here to grow, to learn, and to take control of your life. You're not here to chase, you're here to lead. In this video, we'll uncover 7 powerful signals a woman gives when she's ready to open up to you, not just physically, but emotionally and mentally. These are the signs of trust, comfort, and deep attraction. Most men miss them entirely, but after today, you won't. Each signal is a key to unlocking a deeper connection and knowing when the moment is right. The first signal is something most men overlook. It's not about her words. It's not even about her actions. Number 1, the power of proximity. The first signal is something so instinctive, so deeply rooted in human behavior, that most men completely overlook its significance. It's the power of proximity. The way someone positions themselves in your space reveals more about their intentions and feelings than words ever could. And when it comes to attraction, this primal behavior is one of the clearest signals a woman can give when she's ready to take things further. Let's break this down. Humans are territorial by nature. We all have an invisible bubble, a personal space that we instinctively protect. For most people, this space is larger with strangers and smaller with those they trust. When a woman starts to break that barrier, it's not random. It's a subconscious way of saying, "I feel safe with you." Think about it. If she's leaning closer when she talks, if her chair mysteriously edges nearer to yours throughout the evening, or if she finds reasons to stand just a little closer than necessary, she's signaling something. She's letting you into her world, into her space. But here's the key. Proximity is nuanced. It's not just about physical distance, it's about intention. Watch her body language. Does she lean in when you speak? Does she angle her body toward you even when she doesn't need to? These aren't random movements, they're subconscious signals of trust and attraction. A woman won't allow herself to be physically close to someone she doesn't feel comfortable with. So, when she closes that gap, pay attention. It's not about her words, it's about her actions. Now, there's a subtle but important distinction here. Just because she's close doesn't mean you should immediately act. A Stoic man understands the difference between observing and reacting. Proximity is an invitation, not a guarantee. It's an opportunity to gauge her comfort level, to see if she maintains that closeness, or if she pulls away. The key is to mirror her energy. If she steps closer, hold your ground. If she lingers, match her openness. This is where your discipline as a Stoic comes into play. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You always have the option of having no opinion." In this context, it means resisting the urge to jump to conclusions. Don't overanalyze and don't act impulsively. Stay calm, observant, and grounded. The more composed you are, the more natural the connection will feel. And trust me, she will notice your calm energy. Women are drawn to men who can remain centered, even in moments charged with tension. Here's a real-world example. Imagine you're sitting next to her at a cafe. At first, there's a respectable distance between you, but as the conversation flows, you notice she shifts her chair slightly toward yours. It's subtle, almost imperceptible, but it's there. Then she leans forward, her arm brushing against yours. Does she apologize and pull away? Or does she let it linger, as if testing the waters? These micro-movements are the language of proximity, and they speak louder than any words ever could. But remember, proximity is just one piece of the puzzle. It's an invitation to observe further, to pay attention to her comfort and engagement. Don't overstep or misinterpret. Instead, see it for what it is, a natural signal that she's feeling drawn to you. And when you remain composed, you'll find that her comfort grows naturally. If this resonates with you, take a moment to hit that like button and drop a comment below. Calm is my superpower. Because it is. Your ability to remain grounded in moments like these is what separates you from every other man she's ever met. The next signal is even more intriguing. It's not about her movements, but her gaze, the way she looks at you when she thinks you're not paying attention. Number 2. Lingering eye contact. The second signal is one of the most profound and revealing, lingering eye contact. They say the eyes are the windows to the soul, and when it comes to attraction, those windows are wide open. A woman's gaze can tell you more than any words ever could, if you know how to read it. Lingering eye contact isn't just a glance. It's a moment where time seems to pause, where the connection between you becomes almost palpable. Here's the science behind it. Eye contact activates a part of the brain called the limbic system, which governs emotions and memory. When she holds your gaze, even for a split second longer than usual, it creates a spark, an emotional connection that's almost impossible to fake. But it's not just about the length of the gaze, it's about the intention behind it. Is she looking at you with curiosity, with interest, with a subtle, almost playful intensity? These are the questions you need to ask yourself. But let's be clear, there's a difference between friendly eye contact and lingering eye contact. Friendly eye contact is polite, it's casual, it's what she gives to anyone she's having a conversation with. Lingering eye contact, on the other hand, is charged. It's purposeful. It's the kind of look that holds just a little longer than necessary, as if she's saying something she's not ready to put into words. If her eyes soften when they meet yours, or if she looks at you from across the room and then quickly glances away when you catch her, she's not just looking, she's signaling. Now here's where Stoicism becomes your greatest ally. Most men, when they notice this type of gaze, either get flustered or overly confident. They interpret it as a green light to pounce, and that's where they go wrong. A Stoic man, however, remains composed. He doesn't react impulsively, he observes. He meets her gaze calmly, confidently, and without rushing to conclusions. Why? Because true power lies in restraint. As Seneca said, we suffer more often in imagination than in reality. Don't let your imagination run wild. Just because she holds your gaze doesn't mean you should act without intention. The key is to maintain a calm, steady presence. When you notice lingering eye contact, mirror her energy. If she holds your gaze, hold it back, but not too long. Break the tension with a subtle smile or a small nod. This shows her that you see her, that you're aware of the connection, but that you're not controlled by it. It's a balance of confidence and respect. Here's an example. You're sitting across from her at dinner. As you're talking, you notice her eyes lock onto yours. Not just for a fleeting second, but for a moment longer than usual. She's not just listening, she's observing, connecting. Then when you look back, she holds your gaze, maybe even gives a slight knowing smile before looking away. This isn't random, it's intentional. It's her way of inviting you to notice her interest without saying a word. But there's more. Pay attention to how her gaze changes throughout the interaction. Does she look at your lips when you're speaking? Does she steal glances when she thinks you're not looking? These micro signals are incredibly revealing. They're the subconscious ways she communicates her curiosity and attraction. The key is to stay calm, grounded, and aware. If this resonates with you, take a second to hit that like button and comment below. I see the signs. Why? Because this skill of reading eye contact will set you apart from every other man she's ever met. It's a sign of confidence, control, and emotional intelligence. The next signal builds on this foundation. It's not just about where her eyes linger, but where her hands go, and how they find subtle ways to bridge the physical gap between you. Number 3. Unconscious touch. The third signal is one of the most instinctive and revealing, unconscious touch. While eye contact may spark a connection, touch is what solidifies it. And here's the key. When a woman begins to touch you, or finds reasons to brush against you, even in subtle ways, it's rarely accidental. This isn't about overt gestures. It's about the small, subconscious ways she bridges the physical gap between you. Let's talk about the psychology behind this. Physical touch releases oxytocin, often called the bonding hormone. It's a chemical that creates feelings of trust, closeness, and intimacy. But here's the thing. Most of the time, she isn't even aware she's doing it. When she touches your arm during a laugh, brushes her hand against yours when reaching for something, or lets her leg lightly rest against yours, these aren't coincidences. They're her body's way of signaling comfort and interest. Now, don't confuse unconscious touch with intentional flirtation. There's a difference. Intentional flirtation can be playful or teasing, but unconscious touch is instinctive. It's a physical manifestation of her growing trust and attraction. And the beauty of this signal? It's not something she can easily fake. The more comfortable she feels with you, the more natural these touches will become. Here's an example. You're sitting next to her, having a casual conversation. As you speak, she leans in slightly, her hand brushing against your shoulder for just a moment. She doesn't pull away quickly, nor does she make a big deal out of it. Instead, it feels natural, as if her body is saying, "I'm comfortable with you." These small touches might seem insignificant, but they carry a powerful message if you know how to read them. But, and this is important, a Stoic man doesn't rush to capitalize on these moments. Remember, power lies in restraint. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "A man's worth is no greater than his ambitions. If your ambition is to rush or misinterpret these signals, you diminish your worth. Instead, stay calm, observe, Let her actions unfold naturally without forcing a response. By doing so, you create an environment where she feels safe and in control, which only deepens her trust and attraction. There's also a flip side to this signal. Pay attention to how she reacts when you touch her. Does she lean into it, reciprocate, or let the moment linger? Or does she pull away subtly, creating distance? Her reaction to your touch will tell you whether she's ready to escalate the connection or if she's still gauging her comfort level. The key here is balance. Don't overdo it. A light touch on her hand while making a point or a casual brush of your arm is enough. Let her guide the pace. And here's where discipline becomes your secret weapon. Most men, the moment they feel that first brush of contact, get overeager. They misinterpret the signal and push too far, too fast. But not you. You're here to move with purpose, to let the connection build naturally. Trust the process, and she'll notice your calm, grounded energy. If this resonates with you, take a moment to hit that like button and comment below. Patience is my power. Because it is. Your ability to stay patient, to let things unfold without rushing, is what sets you apart from every other man she's encountered. The next signal takes this connection even deeper. It's not about touch or proximity, it's about her words. Number 4, playful teasing. The fourth signal is one of the most misunderstood, playful teasing. At first glance, it might seem like she's just joking around, but beneath the surface, teasing can often be a powerful indicator of attraction. When a woman teases you in a playful, light-hearted way, it's her way of testing the waters, building rapport, and creating a deeper sense of connection. Here's the psychology behind it. Playful teasing is rooted in something called banter. Banter is a form of verbal dance. It's light, fun, and slightly challenging. But why does it matter? Because teasing often allows her to express interest in a way that feels safe and non-committal. It's a way of saying, I'm paying attention to you, I notice things about you, and I feel comfortable enough to poke fun at you. In other words, teasing is often a form of flirtation wrapped in humor. But here's the key. Not all teasing is created equal. If she's teasing you in a way that feels mean-spirited or dismissive, that's not the signal we're talking about. The kind of teasing you're looking for is playful and full of warmth. It's the way she laughs when she points out your slightly mismatched socks or playfully challenges you about your favorite sports team. It's light, it's engaging, and it keeps the energy between you dynamic. Why does this matter? Because playful teasing creates tension, and tension, when handled correctly, is one of the most powerful tools for building attraction. When she teases you, she's looking for two things. 1, to see how you'll react, and 2, to keep the interaction lively and fun. If you respond with insecurity or defensiveness, it kills the mood. But if you match her energy with confidence and a touch of wit, you create a moment that she'll remember. Here's where Stoicism gives you the upper hand. A Stoic man understands that teasing isn't a threat, it's an opportunity. As Epictetus said, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. When she teases you, take it as a compliment. It means she's invested in the interaction. Smile, laugh, and maybe even tease her back, gently. The goal is to keep the tone playful, not combative. Show her that you can take a joke, that you're comfortable in your own skin, and that you don't take yourself too seriously. Here's an example. Imagine you're out with her, and she notices you ordered something overly complicated at the cafe. She smiles and says, "Wow, are you always this high maintenance?" She's not being critical, she's inviting you to play along. A confident response might be something like, "Only when I'm trying to impress someone," followed by a grin. This keeps the energy light and shows her that you're not rattled by her teasing. Instead, you're comfortable enough to engage with her on her level. But there's a deeper layer to this signal. Pay attention to how often she teases you and how much effort she puts into it. If she's consistently finding playful ways to interact with you, It's a sign she's invested in the dynamic between you, and the more you respond with calm confidence, the more she'll feel drawn to you. If this resonates with you, take a moment to hit that like button and comment below. Confidence is my anchor, because it is. Confidence in moments like these is what keeps the energy light, the connection strong, and the interaction moving forward. The next signal takes us into even deeper territory. It's not about her teasing or touching, it's about the way she engages with you on an emotional level. Number 5. Active engagement. The fifth signal is one of the most revealing because it goes beyond the surface. Active engagement. When a woman is genuinely interested in you, she'll show it through her focus, her curiosity, and her desire to connect with your thoughts, stories, and actions. This isn't just about politeness, it's about attention, and in a world full of distractions, her attention is one of the clearest signs she's drawn to you. So, what does active engagement look like? It's when she leans into the conversation, not just physically but emotionally. She's not just listening to respond, she's listening to understand. Her eyes light up when you talk about something you're passionate about, and she asks questions that show she's genuinely interested in your life. If she remembers details about your stories or brings up something you mentioned in passing, it's a sign she values the connection and wants to know more about you. Here's the psychology behind it. Humans are wired to focus on what we find valuable. When she's actively engaging with you, laughing at your jokes, asking follow-up questions, or even mirroring your energy, it's her subconscious way of saying, "You matter to me." But this goes both ways. If she's making an effort to invest in the conversation, she's also looking for signs that you're doing the same. Are you truly present? Are you matching her curiosity and attention? This mutual exchange is what builds trust and deepens attraction. Now, here's where Stoicism comes into play. A Stoic man understands the value of presence. As Seneca said, luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. In moments of active engagement, your opportunity is to show her that you're not just listening, you're truly connecting. Put down your phone. Make eye contact. Respond thoughtfully. When she sees that you're fully present, it creates a powerful sense of intimacy. And in a world where so many people are distracted, your ability to focus on her will set you apart. But there's a nuance to this signal. Active engagement isn't about flattery or trying too hard. It's not about overwhelming her with attention or dominating the conversation. It's about balance. If she's asking questions, answer them thoughtfully, but also take the opportunity to learn about her. If she's laughing at your stories, share another, but also invite her to share something of her own. Engagement is a two-way street, and the more balanced it feels, the more natural the connection will be. Here's a real-world example. Imagine you're talking about a recent hobby you picked up, say, hiking. She doesn't just smile and nod. She leans in and says, "That's so cool. Where's the best place you've hiked so far?" Or maybe she surprises you later by mentioning a specific trail you talked about. These small actions speak volumes. They show that she's not just interested in the conversation, she's interested in you. But here's the catch. Don't mistake politeness for engagement. If her responses feel obligatory or detached, if she's nodding without really listening or giving short answers to your questions, she may not be as invested as you think. True engagement has energy. It feels alive, reciprocal, and intentional. That's the difference you need to look for. If this resonates with you, take a moment to hit that like button and comment below. Presence is my power, because it is. Your ability to stay present, to engage fully, and to meet her energy will make all the difference in how your connection unfolds. The next signal takes us from emotional engagement to something a bit more playful and revealing. Number 6. Flirtatious behavior. The sixth signal is one that's often misinterpreted or overlooked entirely: flirtatious behavior. Flirting is a dance. It's light, playful, and full of energy. but it's also one of the most telling signs of attraction when done with intent. Here's the truth. When a woman flirts with you, she's not just passing time. She's creating a spark, testing the connection, and gauging how you respond. But let's get one thing straight. Not all flirting is the same. There's casual flirting, which can be friendly and surface level, and then there's intentional flirting, the kind that carries a deeper layer of meaning. Intentional flirting often includes subtle hints, like the way she smiles at you, the playful tone in her voice, or the way she gently teases you about something specific. These actions are deliberate and personal, and they're designed to see if you'll engage in the dynamic she's setting up. Here's the psychology behind it. Flirting releases dopamine, the brain's feel-good chemical. It creates a sense of excitement and anticipation, which is why flirtation often feels electric. But for her, it's also a way of signaling her interest in a low-pressure way. If you respond well, if you catch her playful tone and mirror it back with confidence, it reinforces the connection. If you don't respond or seem indifferent, it allows her to retreat without embarrassment. Flirting, for her, is a safe yet powerful way to test the waters. Now here's where Stoicism becomes your greatest tool. Most men, when they sense flirtation, either overdo it or freeze up. They either try too hard to flirt back, coming off as desperate, or they fail to pick up on the signals altogether, missing the moment entirely. But a Stoic man remains calm and composed. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." If your thoughts are centered and intentional, your response to her flirtation will be too. So, what does this look like in practice? Let's say you're out with her, and she notices you're wearing a slightly wrinkled shirt. With a playful smirk, she says, "Wow, did you forget to iron today? Or is that your signature look?" This isn't an insult, it's an invitation. She's giving you a chance to engage, to play along. A confident response might be, "Signature look, obviously. Wrinkles are trending, you didn't know," paired with a smile. By matching her energy and tone, you show her that you're confident, quick-witted, and comfortable in your skin. Flirtatious behavior often comes with physical cues too. Does she lightly touch your arm when she's teasing you? Does she lean in closer when she delivers a playful remark? These signals amplify the flirtation, showing that she's not just enjoying the conversation, she's enjoying it with you. Pay attention to how these verbal and physical cues align, because together they tell a bigger story about her intentions. But here's an important distinction. Not all flirtation means she's ready for something deeper. Some people flirt out of habit or for fun, without any real intention behind it. The key is to look for consistency. If her flirting is paired with other signals, like lingering eye contact, unconscious touch, or active engagement, it's likely intentional and meaningful. If it's isolated, it may be playful but superficial. That's where your ability to observe and remain grounded becomes essential. If this resonates with you, take a moment to hit that like button and comment below. Calm and confident. Because that's what flirtation demands. A calm, confident response that shows you're comfortable with the dynamic she's creating. The next signal takes us to the deepest layer of connection. It's not about playfulness or teasing, it's about vulnerability. Number 7. Emotional vulnerability. The seventh and final signal is the most profound, emotional vulnerability. This isn't about surface-level attraction or playful banter, it's about depth. When a woman begins to open up to you emotionally, when she shares her thoughts, fears, or dreams in a way that feels raw and unguarded, she's signaling something much deeper than casual interest. She's showing you that she trusts you, that she feels safe with you, and that she's ready to let you into her world. Here's the thing about emotional vulnerability. It's not something she shares with just anyone. Trust is the foundation of vulnerability, and when she begins to lower her emotional walls, it's a sign that she sees you as someone worthy of that trust. It could be something as small as mentioning a personal struggle or as significant as sharing a deeply held dream she hasn't told many people about. Whatever the case, her willingness to open up is one of the clearest indicators that she's ready to take the connection to a deeper level. Why is this so important? Because for most people, vulnerability feels risky. Sharing your emotions means opening yourself up to the possibility of rejection or judgment. So when she chooses to be vulnerable with you, it's not just a sign of comfort, it's a sign of respect and emotional investment. She's letting you see a side of her that she doesn't reveal to everyone, and that's a powerful form of connection. Now, here's where Stoicism becomes your greatest strength. A Stoic man understands the weight of vulnerability. As Epictetus said, first say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. In this context, it means being the kind of man who can hold space for her emotions without judgment or distraction. When she shares something personal, listen. Don't interrupt. Don't rush to offer advice or solutions. Sometimes all she needs is your presence and understanding. Here's an example. Imagine she's telling you about a difficult time in her life, a moment when she felt lost or uncertain. She's not looking for pity or a quick fix. She's looking to see how you respond. Do you brush it off, change the subject, or get uncomfortable? Or do you look her in the eyes, nod, and say, "Thank you for sharing that with me"? Your ability to handle her vulnerability with respect and composure will show her that you're not just someone she can talk to, you're someone she can rely on. Emotional vulnerability also has layers. Pay attention to how she transitions into it. Does she test the waters by sharing something small before opening up more? Does she look to see if you're genuinely engaged before continuing? These are subtle ways she gauges whether it's safe to let you in further. The more she feels understood and supported, the more she'll trust you with her deeper emotions. But here's a warning. Don't force vulnerability. If she's not ready to share, don't push. Trust takes time, and the moment you try to rush her into opening up, you've broken the foundation of that trust. Patience and respect are everything in this dynamic. Let her share at her own pace, and when she does, honor it. If this resonates with you, take a moment to hit that like button and comment below. I am a safe harbor. Because that's what you are, a safe space for her to be herself, free from judgment or pressure. Now that we've covered all 7 signals, let's bring it all together. So now you know the 7 signals that a woman is ready to take things to the next level. These aren't just random behaviors, they're deeply rooted in psychology, biology, and the subconscious dynamics of attraction. But understanding these signals is only half the battle. The real power lies in how you respond. Because being a Stoic man isn't about rushing, overanalyzing, or forcing the connection. It's about staying calm, observant, and intentional. It's about leading with respect and confidence, not desperation or haste. Let's take a moment to reflect. You've learned how proximity reveals her comfort, how lingering eye contact creates a spark, and how unconscious touch signals trust. You've seen how playful teasing keeps the energy alive, how active engagement shows emotional investment, and how flirtatious behavior hints at deeper interest. Finally, you've uncovered the ultimate signal, emotional vulnerability, and why it's the most powerful indicator of all. But here's the real secret. These signals are about more than just attraction. They're about connection, understanding, and trust. As Marcus Aurelius said, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love." Attraction, connection, and relationships are privileges, not games. They're opportunities to grow, to learn about yourself, and to foster meaningful bonds with others. If you approach these signals with that mindset, you'll not only stand out, you'll create connections that are deeper, stronger, and more fulfilling. But let me leave you with this. The most important signal isn't hers, it's yours. Are you ready to step into your power as a Stoic man? Are you ready to be the kind of person who observes with clarity, acts with purpose, and leads with respect? Because when you master yourself, you'll find that the rest falls into place. Women are drawn to men who are grounded, composed, and confident. And that begins with you. If this video has given you value, take a moment to hit that like button and comment below, "I lead with strength." It's not just a phrase, it's a commitment to yourself, a reminder of the power you hold when you stay calm, observant, and intentional. And while you're here, make sure to subscribe to Stoic Blessing and turn on notifications. We're building a community of men dedicated to growth, wisdom, and purpose, and you don't want to miss what's coming next. Thank you for joining me on this journey. Stay strong, stay grounded, and remember, the path to mastery starts within. I'll see you in the next video.